Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, David.
I'm getting coffee. And Alana dragooned me into doing this with the force of a little pinky here. She's so powerful. Topic today, broadly speaking, is security in your business and your own personal security. Because this is the Matrimonial Lawyers Association of Fairfax County, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. We're the main players.
They're the main players, yeah, well, okay. I started doing these seminars about 5 years ago at the behest of the Bar Association. And I started because too many lawyers and judges were getting shot and blown up. And some people at the ABA knew some of my background and they said, can you do something? And I said, yes. So I've started doing these seminars and it's strictly pro bono, I try training, and I do them all around the country. My background is I'm a second career lawyer. Before that, I did an extraordinary number of things, most of which can't be discussed because I was working for private corporations, wealthy individuals, and government agencies doing things better than our nation. In addition to that, starting in 1964, I began studying martial arts. My martial arts background is extensive, it's varied, and it's quite comprehensive. I have black belts in 5 different arts, and in at least 2 I am called master. And I've spent a lot of time worrying about personal security issues. Now, for those of you who care, if you visit my firm's website called businessbrawls.com, if you go into the resources tab, you will find in it 101 personal protection tips. There's actually 111, but we can give you extra value. In addition to that, you will find 101 business protection tips. I would have printed out copies for everybody, but it's easier. Go on, download, it's free. I don't charge for this stuff. Help yourself. For about 5 years, I ran a blog on business and personal protection. It's still up. It hasn't had anything posted on it for a year because I got tired of people telling me over and over again the same questions. Yeah, so now I say, go look at the blog. There's over 300 separate posts on the blog on how to protect yourself under different circumstances. You can get there again from my website. At some point, I'll go back on there. I've been interviewed by Playboy magazine on how to deal with different aspects of domestic violence in a safe way. And yeah, this is my only commercial thing. The ABA put out this book about a year ago, Effectively Staffing Your Law Firm. It's a good book, and not least is because there's a large chapter in there which I wrote on this topic. Now, the ABA charges a lot more money than I would for this, but it is well worth it, especially if you are redesigning and setting up an office, including office procedures and stuff like that. So for any of you who are doing that, if you want to do that, here, this is my only copy. So I can't give it away, but you can certainly get the ISBN number off this from the ABA, and I would commend it to anybody. Now, in the past 6 months, I know 5 lawyers who've been shot around the country. There's been 2 law offices that have been blown up with bombs, and other lawyers have been attacked and assaulted. 2 in court. That doesn't count the judge that was shot by a sniper. Interestingly, matrimonial lawyers are the hot part. That's why I'm here for you. I assume you all realize that on the hit list, matrimonial lawyers are the ones who get it most often. What's more interesting is that wills trusted estate lawyers and tax lawyers are the next two on the list, followed by judges, followed by prosecutors. Amazingly enough, criminal defense lawyers seem immune. Don't go there, it's a bad joke. So, Alana asked me to come and talk about what you can do. And I am not here, despite all of my martial arts and quasi-military, to talk to you about carry a gun. I am not here to tell you all, get a big brick. I'm here to talk about common sense stuff. Now, I see here that, for some reason, the matrimonial group today is probably 90% women. Fine. Most of my stories come from questions brought to me by women, so it's not a sexist thing. I hope that if it is, well, I apologize in advance. I had a young woman work on the main floor of one of the townhouses not too far from here. You've all probably seen them sitting and working. And she was concerned. She works late, sometimes real late. And she says, what am I going to do to keep people from knowing that I'm here all by myself? Draw the blinds. That way they can't look in. But more than draw the blinds, if somebody is actively stalking you, draw the blinds and adjust them when you're there so you can see out, so light comes in. And when you're not there or the light's on the other side of the building, close the blinds. Always leave your light on. That way people can't track when you're there and when you aren't there. Basic, to me, commonsensical things which don't cost anything, but which will give you a way of protection. Let me talk about a couple of things which are semi-expensive, but which aren't really. But it depends on your plan. There's one lawyer who shall remain momentarily nameless here that you were talking about earlier, who carries a very expensive attaché case. I know him. We all know, and I know that attaché case, which runs about $1,500. For less than that amount of money, you can buy a very nice attaché case, which has heavy-duty Kevlar built into the sides, and it takes a 5-inch attaché case and makes it, on the interior dimensions, approximately a 3-inch attaché case. But the advantage is that if you turn it sideways and hold it in front of you, it gives you full torso protection like a bulletproof vest. Many matrimonial lawyers are confronted by the person who's upset with you. They stand there and yell at you, and they hold a gun on you. Take your briefcase and hold it in front of you. It acts like a bulletproof vest. How many of you remember, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, this poor guy out west was being chased by another lawyer, and he cowered